That was, I think we've managed to clear the foxes out of the studio. Not in a nasty way. Foxes are nice, natural things that oh, blimey, there's one now knocking over the phone. Well, now that is better. The song was the exact length to sort the problem out that I had. That's much better. Now, many people ask me, how do I get this radio show? And actually I tell the lights, how in a sense, how in the hell did this happen? But I sense deep down there probably saying, why let this happen? Like most opportunities in life, it's coincidence or being at the right place at the right time or begging letters written in crayon. But one man is to blame for your ears being filled with my drivel right now. And if I just make sure I've got this all set up properly. Hang on, here we go. And here he is, Anti Duhring Battalion.
Hello, Elliot.
Now that's all I'm allowing him to say at this point, but I did appear in his show Mondays on 10 p.m. on this station. Okay, you can say a question now.
Can I? Because
lovely. Now I didn't invite him on the show to humiliate him and have him make a fool of himself, because he's got that down to a fine art himself. But look at his face. Oh no, you can't really. That's the advantage of radio.
Elliot, what's happened to you?
Nothing. Just, nothing. A bit like your dress sense.
You've become cruel and sarcastic.
No, you have.
Oh, hi, Auntie. Long time no see.
Oh, hey, don't you start. These glasses are medical.
No, I just meant...
What's with Elliot?
Oh, he's just acting up, because you're here. It'll calm down in a bit. Elliot, Auntie's here now. Can we do a sketch?
So?
But, Elliot, you wrote a nice one for him. You were so looking forward to your Auntie being here. He really was. I mean, he was so excited you could be here, and he's been talking about nothing else.
Look, I'll go if this is awkward. I don't want to cause a scene. No.
Elliot's just misbehaving, aren't you? Look, Auntie, you sit down. I'll get us all a cup of tea.
I don't like tea.
It's all right. I'll get you a squash.
Yeah,
now, talk nicely to Auntie while I'm in the kitchen.
So, show going well then?
Yeah, I suppose.
New time slot?
No,
what?
Yes, yeah.
Where all the buttons were now?
I know where the buttons are. Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
How many times do you mention Wandsworth in the show?
Oh, about 25 times. I'm worried that being a local radio station, they might notice that I'm not local at all. Do you mention?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
I had an upside down cat episode that mentioned Clapham Junction.
Can I go back on your show?
Yeah, sure. Why?
It's frightening here. Mark keeps looking at me.
What do you mean?
Okay, tea's up, and there's your squash, Elliot, in your Doctor Who cup with the curly straw.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Mark. Mark, what's this about you looking at Elliot?
No,
I needed to be said.
What's he been telling you now?
Nothing. It's just a joke, Mark. Nothing.
Elliot's very frightened. He told me what's going on.
Nothing. As I said, he's just acting up.
I've worked on several radio stations, not by choice, and I've heard things you couldn't visually conceive. I see ships on fire and the red dawn of oblivion. And I've experienced Blade Runner references go over people's heads, and I know something's up.
Yeah, a film by Pixar.
Mark, out with it.
Ooh,
What's really going on?
Gotcha. I'm not Mark. I'm Elliot. I'm just doing Mark's voice.
Your face.
Polystyrene. Look, you can see the tiny holes.
Yeah, and I'm Mark in an Elliot disguise.
But why?
Well, I knew. That's me, Elliot, using Mark's voice. That I could never be odd or surreal with like your style of show, Mondays at 10 p.m. So I thought I'd really go for it. Play with a form.
And I, Mark, doing Elliot's voice, agreed because... Well, I've read worse things, to be honest.
Well, I've got a shock for you both. Okay. I'm not Anti Duhring Battalion show at 10 p.m. on Monday nights. I am, in fact, Donald Trump.
But how?
Yes, it is I, Donald Trump. I still got Anti Duhring Battalion's voice. Took me 3 weeks to do it, but as was well worth it to infiltrate local radio in London. Then I will buy this radio station from within, first Wandsworth, then the world, then America.
But that makes no sense.
It's consistent in the style of campaign trail. Appeal to a teeny tiny specific but powerful minority, or maybe I've been paid gazillions to make any other really very right-wing American politicians look normal compared to the nonsense I spout, who can say.
But you know, only 40% of the UK bother to vote, and they're not likely to become American citizens to enable you to get there because they don't like you, and you know what? They don't.
I hadn't thought of it. It's just the BFG told me to come here.
Typical politician, always ignoring the little people.
No, you mean the BNP?
No. The BFG, he leaned into my window and said in his gobblefunk, I understand that I, Donald Trump, should be leader of the free world. Obviously, charge for it, but coming to the UK disguised as one of your funny comedians, help me to truly experience Marmite chavs and queuing in a way I never thought possible.
So where's the real Anti Duhring Battalion?
I'm over here. What? You escaped?
Well, which one is which? They both sound the same to the untrained ear. It might look like it's just one actor saying lines in his own voice and then doing it again.
Elliot, it's me. Don't believe him, Elliot. I'm me. He's the imposter. Shoot him.
Hang on, where did we bringing in guns into this equation?
There must be a way we can tell them apart.
You're right, Mark.
Are you sure? You're the real Elliot. You've never said that before.
I'm the real Anti Duhring Battalion. What day is it? It's Monday and not another day. What time is it?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock.
Another time,
not another time. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Who else know all that information in a tense moment like this?
He's right.
No, he's not. He's forgot to ask, what station is this?
It's
Wandsworth Radio and not another radio station. Oh no, the other Anti Duhring Battalion has just leapt out of the window onto Wandsworth High Street. He must have been the imposter.
Well, that's that wrapped up then. Sorry about the confusion, listeners, because
I'm really Elliot.
I'm not Mark.
And I think my post-op painkillers haven't worn off. So here's another meta punchline.
Do you think his stuff's gone a bit too surreal since his operation?
Don't ask me, I'm a fish. Not really. Yeah, he never gives me the last line.
I do.